Hello everyone, hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel, the Jerome Strickland channel. We're glad to have you back. As always, we are glad to feel your presence. We are glad that you were led to this video on this channel, on this day, in this moment. That means there is something good for you waiting. That means there is something in this message for you. It may not be the whole message. It may be just a portion of the message, or it could be just one or two words that get said. But listen intently. Listen with expectation. You see, you get what you expect. So you should always expect good things. Always expect good to come your way. And you will get what you expect. Stay in the frequency of love. Stay in the frequency of positive expectation. Stay in the frequency of truth. Stay in the frequency of brotherly kindness. And you will see so much good come your way. Well, with that in the atmosphere, we're going to move on with the lesson. And like I said, expect something good. Today I want to talk about the cost of being awake. I want to talk about the cost of being awake. Do you know that there is a cost to being awake? But here's the kicker. It's totally worth it. It's totally worth the cost to know the truth, to be awake, to be connected to Source, to be connected and in a relationship with God. It's totally worth it. If you gotta lose friends, if you gotta lose loved ones, if you gotta be by yourself, if you don't get promoted on your job, if you misunderstood, if you feel alone, it's totally worth the cost of being awake and connected and being one with the Father. It's worth it. So you've made the decision as you begin to sit back and look at things and realize that everything is not like what you was told. You are starting to wake up and think for yourself. You are starting to use your perceptive abilities. You're beginning to realize that you've been conditioned your whole life. You're beginning to realize that everything that you've been told was not 100% true. You begin to awaken. I say you begin to awaken. And as you awaken and you begin to think for yourself, you become a seeker of truth. You become a person that wants to know what's really going on. And so you start taking the steps of meditating, you start taking the steps of speaking to the universe. You start taking the steps of connecting the source. You start connecting to God from within. You start going within, and you start getting your answers from within. You start using affirmation. You start using the law of attraction. You start realizing that you are co-creator with God. In other words, you start realizing your power. You start loving different. You give off a different frequency. And others can see it. They can see it. And like I said once before, some will love it. Most will hate it. Some will understand it. Most won't. In fact, only other awakened people will love it and understand it. And you will love it and understand it in them. But most people that are still bound, some call them organic portals, some call them fallen angels, whatever you want to go with that. They won't like it. They won't understand it. And because of this, it's going to make you feel rejected. But take heart. You are highly favored. I said, when you connect to the Father in heaven, God, the universe, you become highly favored. And you become a whole different person. So the cost will be, you will become somewhat of an outcast. You become somewhat of a misunderstood person. But you become more path-oriented than goal-oriented. You see, a person that is connected to this world, they're more goal-oriented than they are path-oriented. Which one are you? Are you goal-oriented? Or are you path-oriented? See, you got people that set goals, and I have nothing against setting goals. I think we all should set goals. But we have a path. And sometimes your goals don't line up with your path. This is why it's such a struggle. This is really why it's a struggle to reach your goal. Because your goal does not line up with your path. See, when you become awakened, when you become aware, when you become connected, you must become path-oriented before you are goal-oriented. You must follow your path. You must get on your path. We all have a blueprint. We all have a path for this life. And you must find your path and get on it. Your goals must take a back seat because your goals are connected to this earth and they are temporal. They are not eternal. Your path is connected to source. Your path is connected to your eternity. Your path is a spiritual path. And I had goals, but when I awakened, my path became more important than my goals. I'm not telling you not to have goals. Of course you should set goals, long term, short term. But your path, your spiritual path, your path that was set before you by God, that must take priority. Your path. See, when you awaken, you must change your focus. You see, you focus on your path more than you focus on your goals. You focus on love and all the positive things, all the good things that are in your life. Your focus is so important. What you focus on grows, and what you ignore dwindles. So you mean I should ignore my problems and they'll just go away? You know, some older people say, you can't just ignore your problems and expect them to go away. I beg to differ. If you focus on the negativity in your life, if you focus on the lack in your life, the negativity and the lack will grow. What you focus on will grow. I'm not saying don't address things in your life. I'm not saying don't address problems or issues in your life. I'm not saying don't address them. Just don't focus on them and let them get into your vibration and your frequency. Focus on positive things. Focus on good things. Focus on right things. And you will create your reality for positivity. More importantly, you will be on your path. See, this path is very frequency and vibration oriented. This is why the negative side of polarity, I just call it that, try to get you in a negative vibration and a frequency. If you do that, it gets you off your path. If you become fearful, if you become angry, if you become carnal, if you become lustful, if you become a glutton, if you become selfish, if you become hate, all of these things will succeed in taking you off your path. So focus on the opposite of these things. Focus on giving. Focus on love. Focus on helping others. Focus on joy. Focus on loving and being loved. Don't react to the negative scenarios, all the scenarios that this matrix is throwing at you. If you notice, the matrix will throw all kinds of scenarios at you to get you off your path. It will try to get you in anger. It will try to get you in lust. It will try to get you in fear. It would even go as far as to try to get you in hate. If you fall into one of these frequencies, you become a fallen angel. You become a fallen one. And you will be absorbed into this matrix. And because of it, you will fall right back asleep from your awakened state. So what am I saying here? You must keep your frequency and vibration high. Stay connected to source. Stay connected to God. Stay connected to truth. Stay in the love frequency. not going to hold y'all long tonight. You see, you must look at your awakened state kind of like a farmer looks at his plants. You must cultivate it. That is one of the costs. You must stay on top of it. You must fight to stay on your path. Well, somebody may ask, how do I stay on my path? With so many negative scenarios keep rising up in my life trying to get me in a negative emotion. Don't respond to the negativity that comes your way. Don't respond to the things that are trying to get you in a negative emotion. So what do? You meditate. You connect to source. You use positive affirmations and positive mantras. Try these 4 things and see how they become your teachers and your protectors in your awakened state. Remember, I say speak and connect to source. Meditate. Speak positive affirmations. Speak positive mantras. And you will be protected in your awakened state. That is one of the costs of being awake. Yes, you may lose friends. You may get passed up on promotions. They may try to hit you with debt or tax debt or whatever. Stay on your path. You are protected. The positive and the good side and the love side, the source, the love frequency protects you. They want you to be afraid of what they might do to you. But you must remember, just like some are against you, there are just as many or more that are for you on the spirit plane. You see, we live on a plane of existence. They have said that we lived on a globe, but this is a plane of existence. In my opinion, just like everybody else on YouTube, I am just expressing my opinion. But as I say this, think about this. Saturn moon matrix, flat earth, dome over the flat earth. What is the Saturn moon matrix? The Saturn is a device that projects the image onto the dome. And the moon is the one that emits the frequency to the earth. Saturn projects the image onto the dome. And as Saturn projects the image onto the dome, the moon projects the frequencies on the earth. If they was to turn the projector off, see Saturn, if you notice at the top of it, you can see the lens. It is a hexagon, and it is projecting an image onto the dome that gives the appearance of outer space. But as you know, no one can get past the dome. The moon is like the speaker, and it emits the frequency, and it is operated from the side you cannot see. But forgive me, this is just my opinion. You see, the earth is a series of planes. If we was to turn the projector off, the Saturn projector off, you will see the dome for what it is. And you will realize that you are inside a computer game. Look at some of these movies. They are telling you, they're laying it out in plain sight. But But again, that's just my opinion. You can take it with a grain of salt, or you can take it with a whole spoonful of salt. But see, as you awaken, you connect to the Akash, which is the ether that surrounds us, the spirit realm, the vibrational realm around us. And this is the truth that they cannot burn. This is the truth that they cannot. So this is why they're constantly trying to get you in a low frequency, because if you get in a high frequency, truth begins to come to you. If you get in a high frequency, truth just comes to you. It's natural. When you awaken, truth just comes to you. You don't have to look for it. It comes to you. Because you have opened yourself up to truth. And the lies will be exposed. You'll be able to see right through a lie. But you got to awaken. You got to raise your frequency and your vibration. And get connected to God. Get in a relationship with God and Source. The universe. The God within. Walk in love. Stay in the love frequency. Stay away from the wrong emotions and the wrong vibrations. These things will get you off your path, and they will cause your truth antenna to be cloudy. Be happy. There's nothing wrong, as far as I can see, with having fun. Just have fun. You see, I was just in my meditation closet, and my spirit guides, my higher self, came to me and told me this. He said, you are fine. You must push through the negativity and embrace the positivity. You push through the negative things in your life, and you embrace the positive things in your life. And that's how you live. Have fun. Love. Do the right thing, as it is in your power to do the right thing. And if you do the right thing, if you do the wrong thing, admit it. And seek to change for a better person. I'm going to make 1 or 2 more points. And I'm going to let you have your night back. Or your day. You see, being awake is somewhat of a sacrifice. But like I said earlier, it's so worth it. You're not going to be a part of the clique. As you walk around your town or your city, you're going to notice people looking at you funny. You notice they're going to notice something about you. They're going to see something on you. They are looking at your vibratory field and your aura. And they sense it on you. They sense your awakeness. And like I said, some will be okay with it, but most will run from it. Don't it seem like when you're walking down the aisle or walking into a store, they turn and walk the other way? They see and they sense your frequency. They seem to get jittery. And you thought it was your imagination. You just awake. And that's part of being awake. Is that their subconscious mind, they do this without even realizing it. It's something in their subconscious mind that makes them want to get away from you. that makes them not want to accept you. You see, the subconscious mind, I'm going to get deep here now. I don't know if I want to get this deep, but here I go. Y'all ready? It is my belief that the subconscious mind has been hacked. And because the subconscious mind has been hacked, it has bound a lot of people and caused them to become organic portals. But some of us has broke free from this. And see, when they turn and walk away from you, when they become jittery, all that means is they're doing it from their subconscious mind. They don't even realize they're doing it. But you see it and you pick up on it, right? Isn't it a strange thing? But do not fret, do not be afraid. You just know it, you just learning the truth. You just waking up and becoming aware of what's really going on. Embrace it. Have fun. It's a game. Have fun. It's a school. Have fun. It's a task. And yes, it's even a battle, a spiritual battle. But don't let it get you. Don't let it get you down. You are protected because you have a light within you, an unquenchable light called Source, and you are connected to that Source. Stay connected to that Source. I got one more point I want to make. Somebody may ask the question, what is it all about? And where is this going? I mean, I understand, I hear you when you say awaken and all of this and know the truth and all of this, but where is this going? What exactly is this? I just said it. It's a school. It's a lesson. It's a battle. And as you travel through these planes of existence, you rise, you learn, and you rise to the next plane of existence. You graduate or you get demoted to the lower plane of existence. As you awaken and as you love and you get in the right frequency, you see the higher plane of existence. You have a body. You have, just like you have in this plane of existence. But it is at a higher frequency and a higher density. And you graduate from that plane of existence. You go higher until the point where you don't even need a body. You are just pure source energy. You rise to where source is. But if you get demoted, you get a denser body. You have to deal with more issues. That's all this is. That's all this reality is. Well, it's much more than that, but they got you thinking this is a globe when it's just a projection onto the dome. You see, the globe people are absolutely right from their perception. But see, awakened people, they go by their senses and they can see the flat earth. And they can see that this is an infinite plane that sits on a plane of reality. Why do you think they call it an airplane? It is a plane that is in the air, on the plane of existence. That's why they call it an airplane, because it crosses the plane of existence. I don't mean to get too deep. Take this with a grain of salt, or take it with a spoonful of salt. It's my view. As you awaken, you will notice truth out of the Akash will begin to fall your way. It will be hard to accept it first, as you may have to rethink your beliefs. And as you rethink your beliefs, you awaken even more. And as you awaken more, you do your part in bringing love and peace and joy and, yes, fun into this plane of existence. Well, that's my video for tonight. I want to thank y'all for listening. I want to thank y'all for coming to this channel. And I told you, if you expect something good, you will hear something good. And so I want to leave you with this. Ask yourself this question. Ask yourself this question. Am I awake, or am I still asleep? This is Jerome Strickland. I'll see you on the next video.